Hey everyone, Shabby Gamer here and welcome back to another random match on WWE 2K18. Now this one is going to be Neville versus Rob Van Dam in a best 2 out of 3 falls match. And this one has been suggested, I'm gonna attempt it, I'm sure I've done this before and I'm sure I got it right, by Uchenna Ekwe. And if I have got that wrong, please let me know in the comments section. I'm pretty sure I got that right. Uchenna Ekwe. Yeah, Rob Van Dam versus Neville, best 2 out of 3 falls. I like the idea of this one. It should be pretty damn good. And we are going to do it at the ECW One Night Stand Arena, which gives you a slight little screen filter. I do like the screen filters, I must admit. I know it sort of makes the screen a bit... It's stupid to think that you like the game being purposely blurred, but it gives you more of an idea of... more of a feel of the actual era you're in, really, doesn't it? That's what I like about it. But, you know, it is what it is, isn't it? It is what it is. Now, this should be a good one because you've got two guys who are very good in the air. Plus, of course, remember that ranking points are available in this one as well. And me, myself, coming from Octane, I'm desperate for Neville to get these points because Neville, for me, is still pretty low. Of course, he picked up some points... yesterday on our first episode of Octane, but I'm hoping he can pick up some more here. It just sort of helps me out with boosting him up a bit, really, because I want to try and get Neville up to an area where he can possibly go for the main event championship. And at this point in time, he's not quite in that situation. He's struggling a bit, and I'm hoping that today could be a good one for him, because Rob Van Dam, part of the Carnage roster, yet to have an episode of Carnage. That should be coming up for you, I think, on Tuesday, next Tuesday. Will be our first episode of Carnage, and I'm hoping, if I can get stuff together, I'm not promising anything, but if I can get stuff together, we may have a special episode, a special little something uploaded over the weekend. But I say I'm not going to promise anything, but I'm looking to try and set up some sort of special show. But again, it just takes a bit of time to get everything sorted and everything organised, especially at the moment. Yeah, so I'm hoping that we can get some special uploaded this weekend. I'm not going to give any spoilers away, but it will be an interesting one, and I don't think it will disappoint by any stretch of the imagination. So Rob Van Dam now out here. So remember, this is best 2 out of 3 falls, which will be an interesting one as well. First time we've used this is a custom match type, of course, so if you haven't got it, then that explains why. It's quite easy to make. You literally just go one-on-one match, and then you just change the rules, and all you do is just change 2 out of 3 falls. It's the only rule you need to change, and there's some real good ideas that we can push forward in this year's Universe mode, and I feel like we're going to have a few more gimmicky matches, and I think that's a good thing, because last year we didn't really have... Last year we got sucked into solely using one-on-ones and tag team matches, and that was it, and triple threats as well, and fatal four-ways, and that was all we ever used, whereas this year we can hopefully utilise some of the more different match types. We've had a... Like on our first episode on Mayhem, we had a 6-man tag. We had a fatal 4-way elimination match, Extreme Rules. So there are a lot of different things that we can do, and I'm looking forward to really getting the full stretch out of everything, really. That's what I'm looking for. A real chance to showcase everything that the game has, and all the ideas that myself and PJ Toby have. And I must admit, me and PJ Toby, we talk quite often on the phone. Of course, we live quite far away from each other, so it's difficult sometimes to really really organise stuff. But when we do get together, some of the ideas that come flowing are quite insane. And sometimes we're sort of held back by what the game can offer. And sometimes we can put together some really good stuff. So yeah, you're going to see some very interesting happenings in the Universe mode this year, I feel. And PJ Toby's already got some trades lined up. We're like a week into the Universe mode. He already got some trades lined up, but I'm sure we can have a look at those as time comes. RVD there taking Neville down. Remember, best 2 out of 3 falls, so if you do get pinned first, it's not the end of the world. It's not the situation you want to be in by any stretch of the imagination. Of course, you want to try and push forward and get that first victory and put the pressure on your opponent, but if you do miss out on that first pinfall, like I said, it's not the end of the world. There is still a chance for you to come back and win it, but it's going to be a bit more difficult for you, especially since if you've suffered a pinfall, you're probably taking quite a bit of damage. Neville catching Rob Van Dam on the outside. There's the Saito suplex plus A double count-out would actually make this a 1-1 draw, I believe. I'm going to assume that a draw gives a point each. That'd be an interesting bit of science we can look at, see what happens. Yeah, that'd be an interesting one. I seem to recall seeing, it might have been an Iron Man match actually, rather than, I was going to say 2 out of 3 falls. I think it might have been an Iron Man match where I saw somebody purposely get a disqualification. They used a weapon to get an advantage, and that weapon was a good little trick, because it sort of meant that, God guys, you've got to get back in the ring. You've got to get back in the ring. No, it's going to be a double count out for the first pin, is it? It is. So how does that work then? Is that 1-1? Referee started counting. These two guys are really... there was no panic to get back in the ring there. I'm going to assume that's 1-1 already. That's an interesting... Yeah, that's weird, that. I've not seen that yet. They got very late into that count before. It looked like Rob Van Dam was trying to get back in the ring. That's a little bit of a weird one, that. But there we go. I'm assuming that's 1-1. So I'm assuming next pinfall actually wins this. Which is a very bizarre way of doing a best 2 out of 3 falls match. But it's realistic, I suppose. 2 guys could fight it out like this, and then eventually... I'm just hoping now that Neville is going to actually try and throw Rob Van Dam back in the ring. Because if we get a second double count out, that could be a shocker. Right, Neville does throw Rob Van Dam back in the ring. Right. So I am going to assume we're at 1-1. I'm not 100% sure how it's going to work, to be honest, but... Phoenix splash the middle rope, missed by Neville. Rob Van Dam's standing moonsault catching Neville out. RVD heading up top. 5-star frog splash, there it is. And there's the pin. 1, 2, and 3. And it is, wow. That was a really weird best 2 out of 3 falls match, but I quite like it at the same time. Especially in the concept of ECW, that's possibly what could happen. 2 guys fighting out, end up getting a double count out, then it still ends up being the first pinfall or submission that picks the victory. So that's an interesting result, that. I like that. I'm happy with that, you know. It's a bit different. It's not what we expected from this match, but I like that. So thank you very much to Uchenna Ekwe. I know you've got a few others in the hat as well, I believe. I might be wrong. I've got quite a lot of matches on my list, but I'm sure I've seen your name knocking around somewhere. Yeah, I'm sure I've seen your name knocking around somewhere. So, yeah, keep it out. We might have some more of your matches. And, of course, if anyone else has any other suggestions for random matches, drop them in the comment section below. And, of course, I will get them added into the hat. The hat is brimming full at the moment. So, yeah, everyone's got a great opportunity to get one of their matches pulled out. Of course, if you have enjoyed this, please do a like. And, of course, if you're new around here and you want to see some more, then hit that subscribe button as well. Of course, don't forget to check out our Universe mode, where Rob Van Dam has just earned himself 5 ranking points. And Neville, after gaining some points on Octane the other day, is now lost them. So that's going to help me out a lot, isn't it? Yes, I've been Shabby Gamer. Thank you very much for watching. And I'll see you very, very soon for another random match here on WWE 2K18. Bye.